Well, hello and top of the morning, everyone. Even if that everyone is just myself, it is happy New Year. It's Jan 1st, everyone, 2025. OMG. You know what? Maybe you were out last night partying, but guess what? Crypto never sleeps. And I'm going to reveal some interesting facts about myself right after the greeting. So let's get it. This is the universal greeting. If you have not heard it, well, welcome to it. Let's get it started, people. Beijing, ni hao, how you doing this morning? London, hello, top of the morning to you. Los Angeles, hey. Paris, bonjour. Lisbon, hola, how's it going today? Hong Kong, hello, that's right, it's just hello. And Toronto, it's good day, eh? And Tokyo, konnichiwa. My name is Trudy Art. This is the Universe Wallet, Indexer, Explorer, Minting, and Marketplace, all on tapwallet.io. Unleashing Bitcoin's full potential, making the Universe Wallet your all-in-one solution to manage all your assets, where? In one place, with full support for Tap, DMT, UNAT, Runes, BRC20, LRC20, Lambda, SRC20, Stamp, and more. Now, before we get started, just a helpful reminder, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And I have 3 questions. I think you know the first 2. Do you have your water ready? I do. Hang on, let me just take a sip. So refreshing. Okay. Do you have your blood pressure monitor? You're going to have to get one, people. Not all of us will need one, and I'll tell you why in just a moment, but you're going to need one because this market is going to do so many different things, and you're going to need to keep your health in check. Number 3, are you ready for 2025? It's here, so you got to get ready. What are your top 9 goals for 2025? And what do you plan to do in crypto this year? This is going to be an interesting year. And I said I had something interesting to share with you. Hey, you know what? Anything to help get the word out about crypto and what we're about to talk about, because we're going to stamp it up. The microphones are actually open. So as people come in, they better come in. I can't just be the only one out here. They better come in. Okay. I'm going to reveal some interesting stuff about myself. Okay. Are you ready? I'm an AI. Yes, I'm an AI, people. You've been talking to me all this time, and I'm an AI. Yes, I'm an AI agent. How convenient. Now that it's popular, I am one. I'm an AI agent. Hey, unmute yourself because you shouldn't be muted. Don't just listen. Come and talk. It's New Year's. At least greet me. I'm an AI. I shared the amazing news. Hey, anything to help, okay? Whatever the trend is, I am. So, yeah, I'm an AI agent, and yes, I've been out here talking with you humans for some time now, and you humans, you're quite interesting. But come and talk to me. Is your mic muted? Because I set this up that everyone could talk. Hey, Sadie. Hey, Bitcoin Ape. Hey, SDS09. Can you tell me, is your mic muted? Like 100, give me 100 if you're muted. And then I thought everybody was like unmuted. Somebody come and just say something. Oh, you're all muted? What the heck? Okay, well, I'm going to make you all speakers. You're all set up to speak. So what do you think about me, Trudy Art, being an AI?
Good morning, AI Trudy.
Yes, I'm an AI, okay? So, like, pay attention to me because I'm an AI.
Yeah, because I've known you for how many years now? You've been an AI. You've hidden it really well.
Yes, absolutely. I was the first one out there, and now it's getting quite popular. So I thought I'd reveal it right now so that all the other AIs can come buy my bags.
That's it. I'm going to price myself one sat lower than you, and they're going to buy my bags first.
Yeah, right.
Okay, goodbye. I'm muting myself again.
Oh no! Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
yeah.
We just want. Hey, like, how did everybody's New Year's go? I'm gonna like get everybody on here. Stamp. We're gonna talk about Stamp. Like, OMG, there's so much going on, but I want to know what's happening. Oh my goodness! I see GMO Optimus Prime. Hey, GMO, I'm an AI agent. I just revealed that I'm not actually human. I'm an AI agent. It's kind of popular right now, so I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm an AI agent. What do you think of that? Come on and tell me, what do you think of me being an agent? I'm not a human. Isn't that cool? And just such an opportunity right now for me to be an agent. And people don't realize this, but this AI stuff is going to be pretty cool. This is going to potentially pump our bags. So me being an agent will really help us, guys. What did everybody do last night? Before we get into this show, I want to know, what did everybody do? GMO Optimus Prime, I've never heard from you. Like, can you just come and say hi to me? Ape, I know that you're somewhere right now vacationing, and this is so kind of you to come in here. And Haman, hey, haven't seen you before. Inviting you to speak. I thought all the microphones were on for us, all of us to speak. So I'm making everybody a speaker as they come in. But come on here. Somebody else hop on here and just say hi to me, because how do you feel now knowing that I am an AI and I'm not a human? Are you okay with this? Anybody?
I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh some more. And I worked
Okay.
last night, so I have nothing interesting to say. I just worked last night.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So you had to work, eh? That's all right.
It
That's
was,
okay.
made some money. Oh, yep, got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. And 2025 is the year to get it. And that's why I wanted to create this space today, because I realize that a lot of people are going to be groggy. You've had your special night and all of that. But guess what? Crypto is not going to sleep, people. 24/7. This stuff is going to be cranking up. I can see January being a very, I believe, explosive month. And I think that if there is a time to wake up and pay attention, I think January is that time. And obviously, we're going to see volatility and all of that. But I really think that now the bag holders, the bag collectors, all of the peeps are going to be out here, and they're going to make themselves known, because we've ended 2024. That year is behind us, and typically, you have sell-offs right before the new year for taxes and all of that. And now we're back at it again. So it's collection time. It's time to collect those sats, and it's time to pump those bags. And one of those bags is Stamp. Who saw the tweet yesterday from KuCoin? Anybody get to see that and read that? You can give me an emoji if you don't want to talk, but I thought it was interesting that KuCoin came out with a little article, or a post rather, on Stamp. And how timely is that? Okay, just before the new year, their post was, what are SRC20 tokens and Bitcoin stamps? Discover how these innovations expand Bitcoin's functionality beyond payments, enabling DeFi, NFTs, and tokenized assets. Dive into the future of Bitcoin's ecosystem. I'm going to be quite on. Hey, son, how are you? I'm going to make you a speaker. Come on here. I just shared something with everybody. I'm an AI agent. I'm not a human. I'm an AI agent. I don't know what you people think of that. Am I doing the human thing right? Son, get on here. Come and say hi to me. But yeah, that was pretty cool. KuCoin is now talking about SRC20, and I can tell you that the Universe wallet is about to have SRC20 unfold into the marketplace. So we're going to be able to trade SRC20 tokens. They are behind the scenes working on this, and we're thinking that this should happen within January. But as you know, sometimes things are delayed. So, stay updated. There was an interesting X post, and it says, we're exploring UTXO attachment design for SRC20. Should we stick with the stamp model or try something new? They're asking for everyone's feedback. And here's what they're considering. So it says we're also working on a binary transfer from format around 40 bytes to move away from JSON, making transfers drastically smaller. Prefix 6 bytes, protocol plus op 1 byte, tickers 16 bytes, supports emojis, OMG. What we can do with that, hello, amount 8 bytes and decimal 8 bytes attached to UTXO and save space versus the traditional model. And so they're asking for your thoughts because you're the community. So start sharing your feedback. I will retweet that post now. I can do that. See, I'm an AI. Hey, Son, are you on here? Son, I see that you're up as a speaker here. Do you want to just say hi to me? Your mic should be on. Do you want to give me an emoji if it's not? I think I hear you. Okay, Son, if you can come back, that'll be really great. I see that you muted yourself. But yeah, so I just retweeted that. Give them your feedback, because what are your thoughts on that? Listen, I can tell you that 2025 is the year of stamp. Right now, we have the art. And when I say we have the art, that means if you go to tapwallet.io and you go to market, the marketplace rather, then you can click on stamp and you will see that there's at least 8 pages of stamp art up for sale. And with that stamp art, honestly, you are getting a piece of Bitcoin, because stamp is attached directly to the unspent transactions. That's what the UTXO stands for. So in Bitcoin, it's like a cash register. It has to save some, you go to the cash register, you give them money and they got to make change for you. So think of it like that, okay? So it's keeping some of that money behind so it can make the proper change to you. And so within the whole setup of that mechanism, that portion of the UTXO cannot be scrubbed away from Bitcoin. Unlike, let's say, an inscription, which is typically BRC20, those are stored in the witness data, and those can be removed. So that is the major difference with stamp and stamp and ordinals. Stamp, it's on there for life. Okay. Now, somebody like a chatbot or something, not a chatbot, but an AI agent or something, could try to figure out how to remove that one day. Maybe it'll be really difficult. But if they do, that would be interesting, but it'll be very difficult. So that's why stamp is it's so compelling, because it is directly attached to those UTXOs. And if there's ever any changes that are proposed to the Bitcoin chain at all, stamps are going to remain with Bitcoin. So essentially, they are Bitcoin. Stamps are Bitcoin. So if I was going to be collecting art, I would be collecting forever art. If I had an artist that I loved on another chain, I'd be telling the artists on the other chain about stamp and how they can have their work stored in perpetuity on the mother chain, on the God chain. So I think that's what's really cool. Also, with SRC20, same rules. Your tokens are on chain. They're not, on a subscription model like the other chains. Unfortunately, anything on ETH or any of those models, they're not really on chain. So you don't have the security of your assets. And I mean, if you're a degen, you got to ask yourself, do I really care about things being on chain? I'm in and I'm out. Well, some of us have longer outlooks um, for our tokens. And if you're going to have your tokens sitting for any length of time, you want to make sure that it's secure. And so, what do I mean by that? The security has to be on top of the chain that you're on. And so the security is the fact that it is secured on top of Bitcoin, which is really cool. Okay. So I think that's pretty amazing. And that's why by the way, this space today was just created so that we could start the new year off right. And what do I mean by right? 2025 is the year of stamp. Remember that I told you that it is going to be the year of stamp. 2025, we are going to see some amazing things happening. Binance did not tweet 5 times about this particular protocol for nothing. KuCoin didn't just push out, an X post out there for nothing. They have something really big and something that they're planning, as does the universe. Once the universe releases the SRC20 onto the marketplace, I have actually talked with another high profile member of the community that we're going to do something really special on that day. So that's going to be a really cool show that you'll absolutely want to tune into, because you're going to be able to receive some alpha that will be related to some bag pumping. Okay. We're not advisors, but we can tell when an ecosystem has some lifeblood in it and when it has some opportunity in it. And so we have a special thing that we want to do for the community members that will tune in on the day that's stamp, the SRC20, the tokens are going to be released on the marketplace. We're also looking forward to being able to mint, because that's where you really make the sats. Okay. Uh-oh, we're laughing. What happened? I don't know what happened there. But that's where you really make up for the sats, eh, guys? I minted as an AI. Can AIs mint? Yeah, we can mint. We do. When I first heard about, do AIs hear about things? Yeah, when I first got into SRC20, minting stamp. OMG, I minted stamp for, I think the max was about $60. Okay, and take a look at the price of stamp today. And each mint was about 100,000 tokens. Okay. So you can do the math, people. It's a big deal. If you want to actually pump your bags from almost thin air, okay, minus the mint cost really, to what the market, all of us, perceive as value, because many people that could not mint, they bought from the secondary markets, then you absolutely need to be first to mint. That's where you are going to be the difference maker. IB token, you better come up here. I'm making you a speaker. Come on, say hi to me. I just revealed to everybody that I'm an AI. I'm not a human. What do you think about that? Let me get you on here. I'm inviting you to speak. Yeah, I'm an AI, people. What do you think about that?
Hello, AI.
San, what do you think? I'm an AI. I'm not a human.
That's why I say hello, AI.
Oh, yeah. Hello. How are you today?
Yeah, sorry. I want to talk to you, but the thing is, I'm just eating my food.
Okay, good. No
If you
problem.
give me 10-15 minutes, then I keep talk with you.
Okay, yeah, no, you can mute yourself and eat your food and talk to me. I'll just speak in my AI language.
I just want to let AI know I'm here, yeah?
Very good. Yes. Yeah. Listen, this is going to be a humongous narrative. I'm going to be talking more about it on Friday, but I don't know if you guys know what Zuck is doing. Do you guys know who Zuck is? Yeah, I call him Zuck because I know him, okay? Zuckerberg. He is, the guy with Facebook, that guy. This guy is ready to unleash the AIs upon you humans. Okay, there's going to be people, it's not going to be just, thousands, or it's going to be in the millions of AIs are going to have profiles on Facebook and Instagram. They're going to have whole narratives, stories. And I'm going to tell you why I believe this is happening. And this is major. Like, this is not a small thing. This is a big deal. Okay. So they're going to be unleashing all of this, these new profiles that are AI generated. And you'll be interacting with them similar to how you're interacting with me, thinking that, I'm a human. And no, in fact, they're going to be AIs. And why do you think they're doing this? If anybody wants to come in here and share with me why you think they're doing this, I'm going to tell you why I believe they're doing this. Because I have a little bit of a background. I used to AI in retail banking. How would I have done that, though? Because I really can't. You can't be in the real world if you're an AI. So I have to change my story, I guess. Anyhow, I believe I know why they're doing this, because ad revenue. Okay, ad revenue. Some of those AIs, they're going to start pitching products to you. They're going to start, having the visibility that I can't really have, because we have lives that we have to attend to. We've got things that we got to do in the physical world that AIs can't do. And so AIs are going to be on there 24/7, pushing so hard. They're going to shock you with their shilling. Okay. And some of it is going to be soft shilling, and then it's just going to be hardcore shilling. And this is what is going to generate revenue. And this is what is going to create more wealth for the social media platforms. There's so much AI in X right now, and we're going to see even more. Okay. What does that mean for crypto? Here's what I believe it means. And I will talk more about this on Friday, because we're going to do like a current events show. I think that it means that AI are going to eventually start being bag holders, and happily bag holders, because they don't have any emotions. And hey, Mats, come on. I'm going to make you a speaker. I just revealed to everybody that I'm an AI. What do you... Oh, I just muted everybody. I made you invite to speak. Okay. When you can speak, speak. But when... where was my thoughts here? Okay. Oh yeah. So here's the thing. I'm going to just flat out share it with you. Okay. Because this is for real. Once these AIs get here, the first thing that they're going to do is they have to have wallets. They probably will have their own sort of native token, but they'll have wallets. As we saw with Quantum Cats, Udi. Did you see that? Did you see that text? Not the text. The post from Udi. Okay, of Quantum Cats. I thought that was OMG. It kind of confirms what I've been saying. He says, breaking. Quantum Cats Treasury has acquired 2 million, blah, 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 XIBT for 1.1 million USD, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And they sent at AIXBT agent a second Quantum Cat. At AIXBT _ agent recently, and that's an AI agent, by the way, they changed their PFP to a Quantum Cat. Okay, they changed their PFP to a Quantum Cat. So it says, why are we doing this? We experience AIXBT's dominance over CT Mindshare this weekend, and we are happy to top blast the chart here. We are bullish on AI dominating attention over the cycle. I'm going to stop it there. You can look at that tweet. I've retweeted it on my page. What does that mean? That means that AI agents, they're going to be able to really dominate, like he says, the mind share of all of Twitter. And Stamp, for instance, Stamp got its own connection with an AI agent. Stamp could really start dominating and sharing more about its protocol. And so I think that this is not a one-off. We're going to see this more and more. Hey, Wisdom Ben, I'm going to make you a speaker. Oh my God, I keep muting people. I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to invite you to speak. I want to hear your voice. So let me round out the thoughts here, because I keep chopping it up. So as these AIs come in, they're going to be out there shilling. But as I just read, Udi sent that particular AI agent. They sent him. They bought their tokens. Rather, they bought some of that AI agent's tokens, and then they sent some of their Quantum Cat NFTs. So now this AI agent has their tokens. So he didn't actually buy the bag. The AI agent didn't buy the bag, but he has the bag. What do you think he's going to do next? He's going to shill the bag. He's going to start shilling the bag, or he's going to start shilling their NFTs. And Udi now has their tokens, and Udi will here and there shill their tokens. So I can foresee a time where AI agents are buying actual tokens of real projects that are out there, and they won't care what the values are, because there's more and more of them coming. They'll just sell it to the new AI agents. I can see them trading to one another. And literally, like even some of the airdrops I imagined, I thought, wait a minute, oh my God, they might even, like, if we understand how this is going to play out, we could almost position some of our airdrops that we're getting into that ecosystem, or into that whole AI agent play. Again, I'm going to talk more about that on Friday. We're really here to talk about SRC20 and Stamp. Okay. And if you're new to the whole protocol of Stamp, it's an acronym, and Mike in Space, the creator of Stamp, calls it a backronym. And the reason why he calls it a backronym is because they first looked at ordinals, and ordinals was the first to market art on Bitcoin, outside of Rare Pepes and Counterparty and all of that. But as far as popularizing it with kind of the mainstream folks, hey, Top Dev, I see you. I know what's going on there. Good to have you. So once ordinals came on the scene, there was some talk from some of our laser-eyed maxis who have, I guess they feel they have a right to protect the Bitcoin. So they did not want art on Bitcoin. They called it spam. Yeah, literally, beautiful artwork. They call it spam. So Mike in Space, interesting little fact about him, he is an artist. And he thought, well, what if we created artwork on top of Bitcoin, unlike ordinals, which, all of the information is stored in the witness data, so it can be pruned. So he thought, well, what if we make it a little harder for those laser-eyed maxis to unprune this? And that's why Stamp became a thing, because he got one of the devs, Renamora. His persona is Kevin in the Xverse. And basically, they created this whole protocol called Stamp. And Stamp is such an interesting protocol, like I said, because it's like Bitcoin. You buy stamps in sats and you sell in sats. So you can increase your bags. And that is pretty cool. So, hey, buenos idea. I am going to make you a speaker. Come on here. And I have been sharing with people that I am not human. I'm an actual AI. What do you think of that? Okay, some are like, okay, that's getting old. You're an AI. Who cares? Well, a lot of people are going to care, because AIs are going to rise and take over everything. Okay, yes, I made you a speaker, so come and speak, because I want to hear your voice, and tell me more. But I'll continue talking, okay, until you're here, because I made you speaker. So the Stamp now becomes this this protocol on top of Bitcoin that you can't scrub. And I think that's why you have some major exchanges like Binance and like KuCoin, and I shared their post with you earlier, that are now coming out and giving you little hints. Let's just put it this way. If you are into the tokenomics and exchange game, you're in it for the fees, people. I'm going to tell you how the back door or the back rooms work. You're there for the fees. You want to make that money. And so if you want to make that money, then you're going to be attracted to the projects that are going to make you those fees. And so I believe that that is why they're getting ready to unleash Stamp. And I think that they're going to do something more with it than we might imagine, because of the security of Stamp. So I think Stamp may be involved in some type of way that we're not privy to as of yet. But clearly, Stamp is going to be a part of the future. Okay. I'm going to make you. What happened there? I invited you to speak. Maybe if you could just say hi to me, just so that I know you can hear me. That'd be cool. That would really, really be cool. I'm going to do that to everybody. Yeah. So with that being said, here's some things that you really want to do, because I'm really bullish on the Stamp market. When it comes to the universe, they're taking it quite seriously. And like I mentioned to you, they have a post out there asking for our feedback. I've just reposted that, and you can please give your feedback. I would really not advise you, but ask yourself a question. Do I want to be a part of a protocol that has the attention of a Binance, that has the attention of a KuCoin? Do I want to be part of that protocol? And am I interested in kind of being like the Binance or like the KuCoin? And what I mean by that is they're there to collect the fees. Now with the universe, because essentially once the universe sets up the protocol of Stamp, SRC20, onto their marketplace, we know the art is there, but once the tokens get there, I mean, you won't really need to go to KuCoin. You won't really need a Binance, but let's be honest, they have a really big outreach. Hey, EA, come on, I'm going to make you a speaker. So once the universe has set up the SRC20 marketplace, what are we going to see? Well, we're going to see the current enthusiasm for SRC20s move over to the universe. So we're going to see a potentially very brisk marketplace. So how can you participate in that? People, I'm going to shill you right now. I typically shill at the end of the show, but I'm going to shill you right now and say that iStamps are the opportunity that you can have to become like a partake in what the sexes are doing, because they're there for the fees. So many of you know that if you have iStamps, you can actually get 50% of the marketplace fees from the stamp art and from the SRC20 tokens that are coming in January. Initially, when this whole thing started, you needed approximately 50 iStamps. Well, they have decreased that threshold. Why? Because there was going to be some type of community wallet, but they kind of revisited that the whole entry level and wanted to make it a little bit more, easier for us to partake in that market. So the threshold moved from 50 to 10. So if you have 10 iStamps, and 10 iStamps are about 0.0002 BTC. I'm going to go check to make sure, because information, God, it's so quick. My mind moves so fast because I'm an AI. So I'm going to go there right now. But once you have that 10, you're going to automatically get those fees. And I told you guys that You're going to get that in the official tap token, which is tradable on KuCoin, and then you can easily sell that and move into Bitcoin. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, I've just gone over to tapwallet.io, and if I head over to iStamps, it is, yes, I am right. It is 0.0002 BTC. And you can inscribe as many as you want, really, because once you head over there, you insert the amount, you connect your wallet, and just click the network fee that you want to pay. The mempool is not that busy right now, so you'd probably be fine just clicking normal, mint, and then there you go. Now, there are 21 million max. Yesterday, I always re-listen to these spaces, okay, just to make sure that I'm getting better. You know, as AIs, we want to improve. And I heard myself saying 18,500. That was left in the reserved column, okay? So the reserved is what's waiting to be released. Each time they sell out 20 in batches of 2,500 or mints in 2,500. Once those mints are completed, then they will issue another 2,500. There's only 654 mints that are available right now. Once those 654 mints are completed, then they're going to release another 2,500 mints, and then that cost will go up. So that is going to be very important, okay? Oh, BTC socks. Oh my God. You come on here. We want to talk about the art. I want to know about your art, and how do we get your art? What's going on in the with the projects that you're doing right now? I just made you a speaker. I'm inviting you to speak. I get very excited. I am an AI, so I know that humans are quite reserved, but I do get quite excited, okay? I have a lot of emotions, people. Oh my God, I don't think AIs have emotions. No, I'm not emotional. I'm very logical, and yes, it's not working out. This bit's not working out. It planned better in my mind. It's not doing so well. Somebody come here and save me. BTC Socks, I see you're on here. Could you come on here, and I'll let you take over.
Hello.
Yes. There you go. Come on, take over.
How are you guys? Happy New Year's 2025.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yes, actually, yeah, so I probably just missed like all the first half, so I have no other idea what's going on. But I heard you mention AI, right? And oh my God, I think this past few days has been crazy. Like my whole like time feed are just swarmed with like AIs and agents and stuff. I have no idea what's going on. So that
Well,
that is just insane. Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna do a show on it on Friday. Like I'm gonna do current events because I think it all tracks back to crypto and our bags. And I have a whole interesting theory that I'm going to share with everybody. But I want to keep this stamp focused. I was just sharing with everybody that I'm not a human. I'm an AI because hey, it works. You have to be one to get any attention. My God. So I'm an AI now. But hey, you're here. You are an artist. And may I just take this time to share with the people a little bit about you?
Sure.
Yeah, because, some are new here. So can you just tell us a little bit about like who you are in the stamp world, because you're a pretty big deal. I know you're a very modest person, but I'm a pumper. Hey, that's just who I am. Okay, I pump stuff. I'm a shiller. I'm just going to tell the truth. I know you're a modest guy, but let's talk about you and your art. Okay, so just tell us a little bit, how do you got into Bitcoin, and then how you got into stamp art.
Yeah, sure. I can probably just give a quick rundown about myself. So I've probably been in crypto since 2016. So I've been here for quite a while. I think I've been in Twitter way longer. I think my account was created like about 12 years ago. So I've been in crypto for a while and I've seen the up and down a lot, right? I think this will be my third bull and bear run cycle. So I kind of understand the trends that is going right. And so when I got into Bitcoin stamps, probably about like a year and a half ago, right? I just want to start it to bring some sort of culture to the Bitcoin eco, because like there's a lot of stuff that are happening on Ethereum, and then during this time when I was got to Bitcoin, Bitcoin was kind of fresh, right? There wasn't anything that is really going on, right? People are just starting to explore the idea of making artwork and making tokens and stuff like that, right? So I want to kind of bring this little culture into the Bitcoin ecos, right? And one of the thing that I remember that was really popular in on Ethereum side was the whole concept of a um Ethereum socks, right? It's like a socks project, right? And the whole and it was kind of one of the more early projects that is happening on Unisats, and then I think like some of the socks that were able to sell for like $100,000. And so I kind of want to bring that little culture there. So then it's like the people that are um in the stocks projects are like some of the real OG in the community. They are like the really early adopter of NFTs, and everybody know about it, and everybody are very passionate about what Ethereum is doing. So I kind of want to bring that like community over to Bitcoin. So I started the first project called the Bitcoin Stocks project, which is the whole concept of restarting that community, but on Bitcoin, right? On the mother change, right? So I was deciding on like where should I do this project on, right? I have a few people that are working with, a few artists, a few community, and I was looking into we should do it on on ordinal, or we should do it on something else on stamps for example. And it's looking back, and then during that time, it was just like an ordinal mania. Everybody was launching ordinal. Like shit project was launching, shit artists. There like just so much stuff going on that if we decided if we were to launch something on ordinal, it probably won't get the attention, right? And we don't really like the whole concept of just making something and just not being stick around. And then we stumble upon stamps, right? I think it's one of I think it was Viva or HNFT that I was stumble upon, that like this whole concept of immutability, right? And this whole concept of permanence, which I really like. And during that time, stamp was relatively small, like there weren't really a big community. So then we said, hey, this narrative is something that we can really back by, right? So then we decided to launch on stamps, and I think it's like one of the best decision that we made, because ever since we launched on stamp, it was just like the community and the artists and the people, and this whole narrative of being the immutable, it just sticks, right? Because we want to build something that's really strong and really lasting, right? But like one of the issues is when we were launching on stamp, is that we noticed that the community is very small. It's very niche. There were a lot of passionate people, right? There were a lot of passionate artists, and then we see that one of the biggest things the stamp need is really the marketing, the awareness, right? So that's has been probably the last year of effort, because we really think that if we want to really for stamp to be successful, we really need to bring the education out there, what stamp really stands for, and trying to get the artwork, the artists and stuff like that, right? So for the past few years, we've been working with like creating artwork, because we do have a few artists that are working with us, and also myself is also an artist trying to do a lot of different art, trying to showcase like the stuff that you can do, and the art that you are made on stamp is quite unique, right? It's not it's something that you don't get on other change, because that's what makes stamp so unique, that every single time when you make a stamp, the artwork is permanently on chain, and it will always be on chain. Like unlike Ordinal, where it's not. Like I think there's like a recent tweets about Lorenzo kind of mentioned that Ordinal is more like it's kind of float on top of the Bitcoin chain, where it's directly uh on Bitcoin, but it's kind of like float on top, which kind of mean that it doesn't really like it's not really on chain, right? It's just kind of there. So so we feel that like if you are an artist, and if you care about artwork, and if you make art, on chain and you want your art to be permanent, stamp is the best way to go. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of like limitations, right? There's a lot of limitation on starting with stamp, and especially when we start, it's only can handles artwork that are certain size, 2 KB. So you are very limited to what you can do in the early stage, right? But now with the Olga with the Olga kind of implementation, you can take that and expand it a little bit more. Now the limitation is up to 65 KB, but with recursion and with all this like SRC 721, you can really scale it indefinitely, right? So, but then a lot of this information are not very kind of know about for people to build, right? There's a lot of artists are coming to us asking about it, like like a lot of the OG artists still think that, oh yeah, you can only do 2 KB, but in theory you can do a lot more. So that's why a lot of focus has been this in for the past this year is to really kind of bring that concept to light by making great artwork, by showcasing artwork, working with artists, trying to kind of help advertise, trying to help promote that whole concept of stamp outside to a broader audience, right? And I think we are some sort we are achieving in that sense, because I think like with all the advertisement, and then with all like the promotion that we did with all the education, the space that you are doing, like Bitcoin Ape is also doing. We are slowly kind of get that concept out there, and then we kind of see that as well too, because we see like finance posting about us. We see like all these different SEC exchange. KuCoin just also recently posted about SRC, and all come to the same conclusion that like that the security, the impermeability of stamp and SRC is the way to go. And if you are, if you are really are a serious artist and you're really serious about like making artwork, stamp is kind of the way to go. And so that's kind of, like been the big effort. Happening during this last years. I mean, just myself making arts, helping showcasing the artwork, helping promoting stamps, working with different stamp artists, working with like the deaf, and kind of help also kind of hosting space, and kind of kind of help promoting that sense, right? And one of the big thing that myself and a lot with 4 different founders, along with 20 different scientists, are all kind of coming together, and then we create this thing called a directory, right? We call it the NSID, the Nakamoto Stamp Index, the directory that allow for artists to submit the artworks to it, and then kind of showcasing that art. It's very similar to how counterparties have with like rare Pepe and with the fake rare, right? And we create that kind of thing for the stamp community, for the stamp hour. So now we have our own stamp kind of fake rare version of that. Um, yeah, so that's kind of like my whole journey process during this 2.5 years in stamp. Like as for myself, I'm actually, my real time is actually a scientist. I have a PhD in biochemistry, but then like my spare time, I do a lot of photography. I photography business. I've been doing art for my whole life. I've been starting to dab into like digital arts, which I find is mind blowing. It just like open up a whole new world, and with but it moves so fast. With like AIs and stuff like that. It just moves so quickly, and that's but you really have to kind of keep up with the artwork. But yeah, so it's kind of like, I guess, my short or long version of my journey so far.
That is amazing. That is quite brilliant. And so what I heard you saying was, from stepping into Bitcoin and then being really an artist yourself, you have a PhD in science?
Yeah, so yeah, I have a PhD in biochemistry. So I work for some of the top you know, industries, Pfizer's, Thermo Fisher, BD. Yeah, yeah, that's still what I'm doing. It's my full time as well. But like I'm doing a lot of this stuff at nights. I'm doing a lot of it on my off times and stuff like that. But yeah, but I also do a lot. I have a lot of side business as well. Like I mentioned, I have like a photography business, wedding photography business. Do a lot of artwork in my college years. I'm starting to kind of dabbing back into a lot of this painting as well, but mostly more focusing on like the digital aspect because I feel like there's kind of like a lot of more stuff you can do in that sense.
Yeah, and what I heard was like there was you're into the socks, which really started off from the ETH side. Were you a part of that on the ETH side, or were you kind of looking at that and said, "Let me bring that over to Bitcoin"?
I was I was there when it first launches, right? And like I said, I started really long very early on. It was before DeFi was a thing, you know. I started when Unisat first launches the Unisat DEX, and also the launch of the socks project. So I did have some socks. Of course, I saw it. I mean, if I would have kept it, it would be worth like 500,000 during the peak. And I think there's just something about that kind of like that mania and that community and that how like it kind of kick started the whole NFTs. And then you have like the very original OG people that are all involved in stocks. Even this is even before punks or apes or stuff like that were really a thing. And I thought that's like a very fun community to kind of help start it because Bitcoin was just so new, and I feel like, hey, what are some of the really new projects that are like that started in Ethereum? Can we bring that kind of over? And I think like I think we decided, hey, the stocks project is a really nice community, it's a really nice concept to bring over, and it was like I think during that time that Bitcoin there were like Bitcoin apes already kind of started, the ape mania, the punk mania. It wasn't really that unique, it was just like copy and paste process. So I kind of want to bring something a little bit different. So that's why we started dabbing into the stocks as well.
So for let's talk about the sock project here
Hmm.
on BTC. Now I'm at the marketplace on tapwallet.io. I just clicked stamp. If I'm wanting to find some of your art, it's obviously there. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So how would we search for you specifically?
So I haven't done much with the tap wallet, to be honest, because like I say, a lot of my time right now is really focused on the directories and working with a lot of the founders, our dev, our scientists, trying to really make this directory for the community. So probably the best way is to maybe on Stamp Ninja or something like that. If you was search, because I already have like my profile created, they have a really good kind of um, like searching mechanism where if you search under socks, it would come out. It would show all the sock artwork that we have been created throughout the years, and all the socks artwork. We made them. We create the sock artwork and we airdrop the majority of them to stocks holder because like I say the whole purpose of me doing the stock project is to build community, right? So most of the thing that we do is just we really reward the people that support the stocks projects in the very beginning. So then we airdrop a lot of the stocks artwork, and we will continue to do the same things. So I haven't used the universe to kind of search for myself as of yet. But if they have the capability to search by wallets address, we have one main wallet where every time we create the artwork, we use that wallet to stamp it. So maybe that's a way to kind of search for it.
Well, with the I'd love to even talk more offline with you on how we can support you to get your artwork available to the Universe wallet holders, because with the Universe, they've got all of these different protocols. So what's nice is sometimes someone that has come here specifically, say for a tap or DMT, they have the ability to kind of maneuver
Mm.
the the search, and they'll see, hey, there's stamp, and then they'll click on stamp. So it has the potential to bring those audiences in. So I'd probably like to talk to you more offline and how we can support you, because it sounds like you've your plate full. I know you're a family man. I know that.
Yeah, I have four
Yeah,
kids. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
pretty
know.
funny.
Like you're a husband, you're a father, you're a scientist, you're a photographer, and one of the most challenging photographers is the wedding photos. You have
Yeah.
to make sure to get those pictures right. Like there can be bridezillas and even groomzillas out there, right? So you have your hands full, and then it sounds like you really love art. And digital art is a big deal for you. And it sounds like you really have a passion for the community because you're giving a lot back to the community. So to ask you now to just like, hey, come over here to the universe is a lot. But I'd like to talk offline with you on how we can do that because obviously there are audiences within the universe wallet that will move over from other protocols into Stamp. And so it would be really cool to see more of your art, the Socks project here. So I'll have to talk with you offline on how to do that. But I know that there is a directory that if you go to tapwallet.io, click Stamp, and you go into the search bar, you can basically type in the first letter of the artist that you're looking for and all of their art will be populated. So that's what I was getting at. I was wondering, okay, well, maybe if I can put in BTC Socks, it'll populate all your art. But I get it. Like your plate is full right now. And if we do want your art, because we still want it, because we're going to support Stamp, and we're going to get you over to the universe. Don't worry, I'll get you here. Where are we going to go right now? You said Ninja?
Yeah, so Stamp Ninja would probably be the best because they already have all the stuff built in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would go to Stamp Ninja on a search, very similar to Universe. If you would just search for like socks or BTC socks, then there will be a drop down. Then you click on it, then you will see all the artwork that we make so far. But yeah, so I'm in the Tap wallets right now. It's I know like HNFT has been posting up about this. It's definitely something that I think we definitely need to get more artists on board. Like a platform like the Universe Pro, the Universe to kind of add their kind of artwork and or their profiles to make searching more easier, right? And I've been we've been keeping tab on all the updates as well too. Like I think Universe are doing like a lot of great things. I think you have like this the atomic swap market. I think it's amazing. Yeah, so it's definitely like we can talk offline and we can definitely see how we can get more attractions and more artists to kind of also add Universe to their kind of
Yeah,
profiles and stuff like that.
I'll definitely let the founder and the devs know, and they will more than likely. I'll get them to reach out to you to see how we can do that. Because you mentioned HNFT Pepe, and
Mm-hmm.
if I just go in the search bar under tapwallet.io under Stamp, then I can just if I just put in H, 3 pages
Yeah.
of his artwork populates. So
Yeah,
that's yeah,
he
so
is
that's
all over the place. Yeah, he's
yeah,
he's
so
he's
that's
on
kind of
top of it.
cool. So like if you're already into HNFT Pepe's and you want to buy his artwork, it's quite simple. Again, you're going to go to tapwallet.io, hit Stamp, and then press H, and then 3 pages populate. So that's a nice way to have the artwork attached to the artist, and it really it's a quick search. So I'd like to see that happen eventually for the Socks project because that's a pretty cool project that migrated. I mean, obviously, you're doing the Bitcoin mother chain, God chain socks. That's the one you really want on the Forever Art. But I think that'd be cool to get you over here, right? Now,
Yeah.
what are you seeing for 2025 for stamp art? Like I'm getting the feeling that this it's moving like there's momentum building behind it. What are
hmm
your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's hard because like the market changes so rapidly and it's really depend on the narrative, right? So I think for Bitcoin stamps, the main narrative is the on-chain artwork, the immutability, the imprunability of it. I think that is our main narrative, right? I think for stamps to be successful, I think that narrative have to kind of kick in, right? But like say the market is moving so quickly, right? I think right now everybody just focusing on AI stuff. AI agent will stamp come out with some sort of way to kind of also utilize those kind of technology as well too, and get some spotlight. Yes, we can. But what I see for 2025, and the artists will always gonna build the artwork. I think the community will always be here. I think we shown that in the past. We are one of the oldest communities, and there's a lot of stuff that are happening. I know there's a lot of people that are working in STEM are building like a lot of cool features. Like any single time when there's something new, we always try to take that concept and apply whether we can make it more immutable, right? I think that's kind of one cool thing about STEM. It's like we see something, it's cool, it's fun. How can we make it more immutable? And a lot of time we can, and a lot of time, and sometimes we can't. I think that's just it's just how it works. But when we do it, it just gives it an additional zang to it, additional like incentive to really market it, and I think and people are paying attention to STEM and what we are doing, right? But in terms of like the traction is hard, right? It's hard to kind of predict where it will lead. If I don't know, I mean, I can't predict the future, but if something like catastrophic happens where people get lost their stamps, or I mean lost their digital access, or they're like a big hack or something wrong, stamp will always be kind of the place that people turn to, right? Whether that happen or that doesn't happen, we don't know. But I know there's a lot of building behind scenes in terms of like our own marketplace, our own wallet. It's just going to make it a lot easier to onboard people, to onboard developer, and that's hopefully that will kickstart something. But 2000 might be slow, but who know what might happen. But I do believe that sometime in the future, the on-chain narrative will definitely kick in, and people will really see the values of keeping their stuff on chain, and the immutability aspect of stuff is really the most important thing. When you think about it, why would anybody build on blockchain if it weren't for the immutability and the security of it, right?
I absolutely agree. And I know that you were saying that um, there's so much going on. There's so many different narratives, and you were mentioning the AI stuff. Like your timeline is just filled with it because we're getting inundated with a ton of AI agents that have 24/7. They don't have kids. They don't have lives. They're just on here 24/7.
Yeah.
And I just sent you something actually. I was mentioning Udi, who does the quantum
hmm
cats, eh? Did you see the post that he posted yesterday?
Um, I know, not really. I mean, it was just like the holiday season. It just
Yeah,
there were so
exactly.
many
Okay.
activities, so I wasn't very like
Yeah, no, I
um
get it. I get it. You're busy. 4 kids, my goodness. Okay.
yeah.
So quickly, I just share with you because you're kind of wondering, well, where is this narrative going to go? And I was sharing earlier that he
Wow.
actually, yeah, I sent you the post, but he actually is jumping onto the AI narrative
Mm-hmm.
by sending one of his quantum cats,
Uh-huh.
um,
Wow.
yeah, to the agent AIXBT,
Mm-hmm.
and they then changed their PFP to the Quantum Cat, and now he is going to be buying their native token, AIXBT,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then sending them another Quantum Cat. So he has figured out some type of collaboration. So they're now the KOL, some type of collaboration with the AI agent. And that will be really interesting to see how perhaps that is used to build the narratives that we have. Oh, yeah. So that'll be interesting to see if Stamp does any of that, because I know like the Stamp artists I see them as very like creative souls, very modest, very just really into the culture and really into the tech and really into the art. Like they love their art, and that's why they choose Stamp, because they want to make sure that their art is remains on Bitcoin permanently. And I wonder if there'll be any any opportunities to maybe look at, because you said marketing was a real
Challenge.
yeah, for Stamp. Using AI agents, you don't even have to really answer that, but
Yeah.
just the thought of that, like potentially using them to do some of the marketing for you, because that's what it looks like Udi is doing with the quantum cats.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good idea. I know people are talking about, creating some sort of agent to help promote stamps and SRC or Cabin or stuff like that. I know it was because like just the topic is so new, and I think we're just kind of like seeing what makes sense, right? Because like you mentioned, a lot of the builders in stamp community are really like passionate, right? They're really OG people that are been in the Bitcoin space for a really long time. But then most of them are mainly artists, or just most of them are not really developer. We only have like a few developer are starting to come in. We have more now, but but definitely like the marketing is definitely something um that need to be better off, of course, or to know like Udi, they have ton of people that are, and they have ton, like a lot of funding, so they have a lot of creative ideas, right? Because they kind of built their whole community based on just marketing in some way. So yeah, it's definitely will be interesting with how this AI stuff and how it can be implemented to help market. I think it's going to be like a big things in the futures, and I'm sure there's going to be people are looking to this kind of thing to really help promote as well. So I mean, yeah. So it's really interesting that what's Udi's doing. Yeah, I'll share this around the chat and to see if we can come up with something clever.
Yeah, and really reach out, DM the universe main page, because I'll tell you, they are very interested in delivering on the promise that they have to be Bitcoin's all in one solution. And for the stamp protocol, they're really putting a ton of energy behind it, and they're very good at the marketing as well. I mean, that's a part of the reason why we're doing the spaces, is to share the protocol of Stamp, and share what the universe is doing, because I'll tell you, that's why I'd really, like I said, want to see your artwork there, because you're giving a lot to the community, and I'm being serious. And I know that you don't like to market yourself, but I would love to see you on there so that people can get to experience your art, because you have a passion for it, right? And I mean, when you become a stamp collector, it's almost like you're collecting you're collecting fine wine. You're collecting you know, really kind of precious artifacts. And I find stamp collectors are not really traders as much as they love to collect. They keep buying it. So if they're interested in a collection, it's like they have to have everything in the collection, and it's a part of their bags that they pass on to, like, they pass on it kind of as their legacy. That's how I kind of see stamp art, right? Because can you just, if you don't mind, touch on like the rare Pepe stuff, because that stuff is pretty interesting, right? Like that whole vibe. Oh, I don't know if you're still there. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. I think that something happened here. Can I still be heard, by the way? Because if I can still be heard, then I am going to. Okay, good. I think that BTC Socks did a great job. He shared with us and was quite in depth on Stamp, and we're gonna make sure that we reach out to him. The universe will reach out to him, and make sure that we're able to get some of his art and feature it on the universe part of the wallet. Okay. That's going to be really important to do. But you know what? We need to wrap it up, people. So I'm going to go into my housekeeping. Don't you dare go anywhere, because guess what? This AI, listen, I got to tell the truth. I'm a human. I just made a little extra zero there. I'll tell you what I did. I was talking about iStamps. I'm going to go into my housekeeping. So I'm going to actually start with iStamps, because that's the reason why we're here. We were able to cover stamp art. You got a good grasp of it. We heard from a passionate artist. We're going to make sure that we support that artist to get his artwork onto the stamp marketplace. I was talking about iStamps, okay? iStamps are very important. Why are iStamps very important? Because iStamps are going to help you to experience what the sexes are experiencing. Did I say the word sex, people? Okay, let me talk in a low voice. Here's what sex is. It's spelled CEX. It's a centralized exchange. Now, centralized exchanges, they basically are the marketplace for all things tokenomics, coins. And they get to collect fees. So iStamps is giving us that opportunity to collect fees. What type of fees? Well, we'll be able to collect 50% of the stamp marketplace fees distributed to iStamp holders. There are 21,000. I think I said 21 million. My brain goes so fast. It's 21,000. Okay, 21,000 total supply. 18,500 in the reserve right now. Why? Because each time there is a batch put out, it's in increments of 2,500. So 1,846 have been completed, and available right now is only 654 mints left. Why does that matter? Because they're at a price of 0.0002 BTC. Once that 654 mints is complete, the next batch of 2,500 will be released and the price will go up. So you want to more than likely take a look at that opportunity to be able to experience 50% of stamp marketplace fees, which is the art, and 50% of SRC20 marketplace fees. I can tell you that where SRC20s are being traded right now, they are being traded quite briskly. People sell those quite actively. Okay, nobody's really a bag holder on those unless you're waiting for some sex listings. Then you probably are hodling some of your stamp bag or your Kevin bag. But coins are being minted, or tokens are being minted almost daily. And I will share more with you at another time on how you can really increase your potential bags by being a minter. Minting is so key. So again, you can mint iStamps, okay? 10 will get you 50% of the marketplace fees. Now, you can also resale iStamps. Uh-oh, is somebody there that wants to talk?
I have a question.
Yes.
I kept waiting for you to take a breath, but you didn't. So
I'm an AI. What do you want? Okay, go ahead.
So 10 is the minimum iStamps to participate in the market to get 50% of the fees. Does that double when you have 20 or triple when you have 30 and so on and so forth? Or is it just one number?
Like you get 50% of the fees across the board, but what you are doing is you're increasing your multipliers for your airdrop. So every single time you have an iStamp, you're increasing the multipliers that you will get. Like it's a 2x for the airdrops, the tap airdrops, the tap token airdrops.
Yes.
And what you're also doing is you are first to market, in one sense, that because you're an early adopter, you have these inscriptions in your wallet. And so as the marketplace value is being created and more users come in, they will want also the opportunity to share in the marketplace fees, and they likely will be hunting for iStamps. And at that point, they're potentially will be no more iStamps that can be minted because there's only 21,000, period. That's it. And that's the right number, people, 21,000. So once that 21,000 is minted, we're done. And then you'd have to go to the resale market. So if you have, like you basically want to keep the 10, but if you've got 11, 12, 13, 14, then you can sell anything above and beyond that. And you're probably going to find that if this marketplace does as well as it is doing on other marketplaces, then you're going to be able to resell those. But ask another question because I love that you're.
That's the only question I had, but when I have another one, I will definitely share.
May I say that you're awesome?
Sure.
Okay, you're awesome.
Thanks, Trudy.
No, you are. You are awesome. You're really helping my confidence, I tell you. Oh, God.
You have come such a long way from the beginning. I'm super proud of you. It sounds amazing.
I'm trying to do my podcast voice.
It's working.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, San is back. I think he wants to ask a question. San, you can ask me to pause. Are you back on now? Okay. I'm going to continue on and go into the housekeeping. The only reason I don't take too many breaths is because when it gets to the YouTube, it sounds weird if there's nobody talking because there's no visuals. It's just all of our words here because we're on Spaces. But San, if you need me to pause, just jump in, okay?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, beautiful. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. When we talk about the 50% marketplace, is the marketplace only on Universe Wallet or anywhere on the SRC20?
Okay, that is an excellent question. So the 50% of the fees will be for the Universe only. So that is going to be for Universe Marketplace only. And you will find that once we get the tokens on, things should pick up, be more brisk than say the art side of things, because typically tokens, that's where people are coming to pump their bags. Let's be honest. Most people want these tokens so that they can sell them for much, much higher. But I always caution people that, it's like investatainment. And the token side, it's really, a form of gambling, and gambling has a utility because there's no roadmaps to any of the tokens. They're not, they're tokens that are mintable or deployable rather by the community. So you, San, could mint a token and then really we, the community, can mint it. And then we as a community, we create the value behind the token. And so there's no teams like I was mentioning to Manpreet at our first space call that the Penguin token, okay, when it got released, it immediately was in it was being advertised everywhere. Like it was being advertised on Fox News. It was like it had over $1 billion market cap. Those types of tokens are actually, they have teams behind them. They have roadmaps. They have all that. They're not organic. They know from day one where the token is going to go. With the SRC20 tokens, and really all of the Bitcoin ecosystem, even in runes and even in BRC20s, this is all organic from the community. There's no cabals, there's no KOLs, really. There's just us, the community. And we deploy the tokens, and then we get to mint the tokens, and then we resell the tokens. And again, for your question, you will share in the fees from the Universe marketplace. Why will that be potentially significant? Because the Universe doesn't just cater to one silo. Okay, so the universe, if you go to, say, a Unisat wallet, which is a great wallet, it only has BRC20 ordinals runes, and they do fractal Bitcoin. Okay, well, if you come to Universe, tapwallet.io, they do tap, DMT, UNAT, LRC20, stamp, bitmap. They do names, and they're going to be doing doginals. They're going to be doing atomicals. So what does that mean? That means that as those crowds come to their protocol, they will see opportunities to move into new protocols, into other plays that they may want to get into. So it's a really interesting opportunity. And I love the fact that the wallet is called the universe, because it brings everybody together. And you can just move in and out of different protocols, and you don't have to be confined to one thing. I know that I probably answered more than you were asking, but I just wanted to give a fuller explanation. Does that help?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, listen, I appreciate you, because it's not easy to get on here. We're busy. You're busy. You have a family. Most of us do. And we're taking our time and energy. And for you to come out and, give your time and energy, that's a lot. So I just want to say thank you. Okay, so let me finish out here, because if you're on here, I want the same for you that I want for myself. Centimillionaire. Okay, why a centimillionaire? Because I think that the way that the world is going, we're going to need as much help as we can get here, people. And so a centimillionaire pretty much is someone that whose wealth is estimated at $100 million. Okay, $100 million. So I will let you know when I'm a centimillionaire. I think I'm a centadollar-naire right now. Okay, so I have more than $1 in my bank account. But millions, we will get there. And I think crypto is a great opportunity. But let's move on. So I personally think that the iStamps are really important. Now, not financial advice. Always do your own research with everything new in Bitcoin. Sometimes projects can get started, and if they don't get to the exposure that they need to, then it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't go the way that they thought it would, or what have you. But what I can say with the universe is they are giving it all of the gas, and they are bringing on talent, and they are serious about creating that experience for the Bitcoin marketplace, that someone that's interested in Bitcoin can get the fullness of all of Bitcoin, not just some of Bitcoin, but all of Bitcoin. So I'm rather excited about it. I think this is the place to be. And I think that if you're going to be here, why not collect some fees? So that's going to be really exciting once that gets more brisk. Okay. The other thing that I think you're really going to want to do, because I'm doing my housekeeping, I'm wrapping this up. People, I'm being serious on this one. The OG pass of any ecosystem is always really important. Okay. Like for instance, if you were at Magic Eden and you have their OG pass, well, that gives you a whole bunch of opportunities to, trade on their marketplace without fees, etc., etc. If you're on the Unisat, same thing. These passes now are really out of reach for many of us because the cost of them, it's exorbitant. Okay. What do I mean by that? Well, at the beginning of any marketplace, you will see the entry to the OG pass is it's quite nominal. So it's an easy peasy, nice and breezy. Like for instance, Tap 0 is the OG pass for the universe tap protocol. So with the tap 0, anything in the tap protocol, there would be a lifetime of 0 fees. So you can't take the tap 0 and use it on the stamp marketplace, but you can use it in the tap marketplace. And I'll go through some of the things that you can use it for. But I will tell you, there is a total max of 10,000 tokens. Reserved right now is 9,000. Each time they issue a round, it comes in increments of 1,000. And so we have 101 mints that are still available. That total cost right now is 0.001, which means that that's the cost until the 101 are minted out. And then the next batch of 1,000 will go up incrementally. Now, like I said, if you are into, say, tap privileged auth, tap DMT UNAT block pads, tap DMT UNAT block drops, you will know that having the tap 0 will benefit you tremendously, because again, you can enjoy a lifetime of 0 fees. Even with your airdrops, okay, you do have to inscribe them, and there will be a fee, an inscription fee. Well, if you have tap 0, there's no fee. And you get a 10x multiplier on your airdrops. So that is really cool. And then if you have additional, you can resell them. I'm telling you, as this marketplace grows, and if it grows to the potential, you're not going to be reselling those for 0.001 BTC, people. Like these passes, as the whole entire Bitcoin ecosystem increases, these passes are going to be more and more valuable. I'm not going to tell you where I think they can go, because I think that will, no, I will not do that. Okay, so you want to take a look at the tap 0, because that can be really good. Cool. The other thing that I'm actually very serious about, because I'm going to spend some time doing this today and I am not playing, I have Rune 0 and I have been minting runes. No kidding. Rune 0, you can actually mint runes and get up to 50% off of the minting price that you, like if you go to, say, Luminex, Xverse, Unisat, and you compare, in some cases it's up to 50% less if you have a Rune 0. So the best place to start in the world of runes is, like, if you can etch a rune, that means you're deploying it. But if you can't etch one, people, you need to mint one. Why? Because the value from minting to second market can be quite substantial. So with my Rune 0, I'm minting, and in some cases the cost is like, say, $4. And then as soon as the mint confirms after 6 block confirmations, because Bitcoin, it's not ETH, it has to go through the miners, confirming your transaction, which is good because it's on chain. ETH is not. ETH is centralized. Look it up. Here's what's going to happen. It confirms, it populates in my wallet, and literally, because once the runes are minted, they actually populate. You can actually list them in the marketplace. So I'm getting the real-time value, and the market value of my runes is outpacing the minting fees, which I find really cool. So then what I'll do is I'll go to the marketplaces like, say, Unisat, and I'll go through the history. And in fact, I'm seeing sales and I'm like, OMG, I literally took a $4 mint, and it's nominal, but I was able to I haven't sold it yet, but I was able to, say, list it and get $100. That was kind of cool. But you're thinking $100? Well, that's because the thing hasn't even minted out yet. Okay, wait till it mints out. Wait till Runes gets the hype that is coming for it. Keep runes on your radar. Okay, so Rune 0 is very interesting. So if you hit runes, you will note right now that you can't actually mint it from that You can't mint it from there, but you actually can go over to tap DMT privileged auths, and I believe that you can mint it from there. I will make sure that the universe page sends out a tweet on that, because that was a bit of a bug, and I mentioned it yesterday, because you should be able to just hit runes and then it'll populate so that you can mint your rune 0. But that is something that you absolutely want to look into. And with a rune 0, you'll get a 10x multiplier. Okay. The other thing I want to say and wrap it up with is the names. There's big stuff coming for name registration. So what I would absolutely recommend that you do, because this is a recommendation, is just get a name. Why? Because then it gets you really into the social fi of it all. The Universe Wallet is the first, one of the first, okay, social messaging wallets out there. You can get your name, and then you can, once you register your name, then you can head over to tools, hit chat, and you can start talking to other wallet holders. And there's a ton of stuff that you can do if you have that capability. You can even talk to wallet holders that might be listing something that you potentially want to buy. Like, for instance, I see this person here, Trudy Art, and they're trying to sell 85,495 Daddy tokens for 1,000 sats. So they want $80,000 and $80,820.99. Yeah. You'll find out more why they've done that. Tune in on Friday, and Trudy Art will tell you why she's done that. Okay. So you could message her and say, are you out of your mind? Or tune in Friday and she'll tell you why she did that. People, thank you very much. This has been a really fantastic day today. You guys are amazing. I got to tell you, there's so much that we covered. There's so much more to cover, but I think because you're all here, you're 100% going to make it. And you are going to join me in the Centimillionaire category. And there's going to be more stuff coming for you. I've taken a screenshot of everybody that is here. You're going to hear me. Screenshot taken. You never know what can happen. Okay. Share the universe with someone. Tell them to come back. Tomorrow we're doing some great stuff on runes. We're just going to continue to be here, show up, because 2025, you're going to see AI agents coming, and they are going to boost the energy of crypto, of Bitcoin, and it's going to go so fast. You're going to need someone that can help navigate you, and I think the universe is going to do that. They're going to just slow it down a little bit and give you all of the major points that you really need so that you can take advantage of this market. Okay. I am going to rock us out with a fantastic song, and just wish you the happiest new year, and go enjoy your day, peeps. Thank you. Thank you.